Is that Frank?
Yes.
Hi, Frank. This is Jimmy Hoffa.
Glad to meet you.
Would you like to be a part of this history?
Yes, I would.
Over the years, Bob and I kept trying to find projects for each other. We wanted to do a whole film based on our lives, in a sense, in Hollywood.
I read this book. I heard you paint houses, and I said, Marty, you got to read this, because this we should do.
I had been a homicide investigator, and I had authored a book based on murder cases that I solved through interrogation. Frank the Irishman Sheeran was our local gangster. He came to me and said, you know, I read your book. I'm tired of being written about in all the books on Hoffa. He said, I want to tell my story. He ended up giving me his version of what happened to Hoffa.
It just felt right that we have to make this happen.
Robert De Niro described this book to me. He described really this character, Frank Sheeran. I saw immediately Bob was tied into that character. He was locked into that character.
There's widespread concern. It's a big problem. It's the bottom line.
Bottom line, they do something to me, I do something to them.
Right then, you knew it was all going to fall apart.
At our ages, the first thing you would think of is who would play these characters younger. And when I looked at the script, it means I make half the film with Bob. Why do it? And so it became a very difficult situation. It wasn't until Pablo Violin came up to me and said I could do it. I think I could make them look younger.
Jumping between the timelines and also the CGI that they did to age them and unage them and stuff was just all so extraordinary.
It's the first time this kind of thing is done for this type of narrative film, this type of character film.
Ta-da!
Marty and Bob have a brand. No matter what they do together, it's special and everybody wants to work on it.
Literally everyone you're working with is actually the best person at their job.
We take it for granted sometimes. We think, well, that's what they're supposed to do. But no, I mean, when they do it great, it lifts the whole story, performances. It lifts everything.
It's like once in a career that you assemble this group together, and it was epic.
You're close to him. Maybe he'll listen to you. Beautiful, guys. Okay.
It has all the perfect ingredients to be a really iconic piece of filmmaking.
Jimmy, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to tell you something.
At the end, there's only one thing that's real. You're like family to me, Frank.
It's a classic story about loyalty, about brotherhood and betrayal. I mean, what more could you ask for?
Only 3 people in the world have one of these, and only one of them is Irish. You know how strong I made you? Because you're with